everybody, I just wanted to do a quick update on some of my digital cash envelopes. Well, one of them has actual cash. Can you believe it? So this one is the envelope that holds all of my digital trackers. So I put my money, the majority of my money for cash envelopes, I keep digital and I move it over into an account that I pull from specifically for my variable spending. And this is cheapers, the trackers that I made. So I like them. I think they're cute. I meant to put stickers on all of them to make them even cuter, but I didn't get around to it, but that's fine. So I just wanted to show you that I am actually using them and the system does seem to be working. So for gas, I started with a balance of $58.35. And on the 15th, I put $50 of gas in, which by the way, didn't even get me half a tank. That's how expensive gas is right now. It's disgusting. But that left me with $8.35. And then I had to pay for parking when I went to Home Depot on the 18th. So that was $3.50. So it left me with $4.85. So I will be putting, I guess I could fill this in since we're here, huh? I will be putting into my gas envelope $50. Now I've like lost the date. What is it? Okay. April 21st. Deposit $50. So my new balance will be $54.85. Miscellaneous had a starting balance of $38.54. And I went to get a car wash on the 12th and paid $16.75. I know that may seem sort of like a silly thing to be spending money on when I'm short of funds, but my car really needed to be washed. So April 21. How much am I putting in miscellaneous? 25. Deposit 25. So that's leaving me with $46.79. Physio. Ooh, did I not have or did I not write down? I was doing so well with these. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back to physio because I don't have a, oh wait, I do have a calendar in front of me. What am I saying? Sorry, I wasn't organized for this. Okay, so that was the 12th when I had therapy. You know, this is right, because on the 19th, I couldn't get an appointment because she was away or booked or something. I can't quite recall. So I didn't have an appointment on the 19th, so I didn't pull money from it then. And I'm putting in $42. So normally I have an appointment with the physio. Sorry, this isn't the physio. This is the massage therapist that I have to pay for at physio. And normally it's $21 every week, but she is a little hard to get booked in to see. And I had pre-booked for ages, but then I finally caught up to what I had pre-booked and I couldn't get an appointment this past week. But I think I'm back on the schedule with having one every week again. So I'm gonna put the 42 in as if it is, you know, I do have one for next week and the week after. And then if I end up not again, and this envelope is like way overfunded, I will adjust how much I deposit into it next paycheck to compensate for that. But so right now I have a balance of 75, which is weird because I usually keep this one sitting at 42 max, but oh well. Takeout has zero balance and I'm not currently funding my takeout, but I do hope to one day be able to afford to have takeout again. So that one's there. Fun had a starting balance of $3.79. Then I deposited $30 in there for $33.79 total. On the 13th, I went for ramen with a friend for $23.63, so leaving me with a balance of $10.16. And we are depositing $60. So that's going to be $70.16 of balance. And I don't know what got on these, but you see, I don't know if you can see, there's like something sticky got on the sheets and then they stuck together. I have no idea what. Like they live in their little envelope all the time in my purse. And then my purse is tiny, so there's no food or anything in there. So I have no idea what I did. but I'm keeping them because despite the stickiness, they're still a perfectly functioning piece of paper. So groceries, I started with $33.74. I added in 30 to have a balance of $63.74. Then I went to Superstore on the 12th, and then Safeway on the 15th, and then Superstore again on the 19th. That was just a singular salad that I purchased for dinner that night. So that put me at a negative $1.03. So groceries are getting, ew. I wrote through the thing and it's kind of, I can tell that's supposed to be a 2, but the more I try to fix it, the messier it gets. So hopefully you can tell on screen what that is. So negative 1.03 plus 120 gives me a balance of 118.97, which seems like a lot, but that's for 2 weeks. And as I was saying in my budgeting video that I recorded just a couple minutes ago, this is a week where I have to buy things like laundry detergent and body wash and shampoo and conditioner, and all of those things are kind of falling together. So that's going to very severely impact how much money I have to go towards actual food. So these are them. These are my trackers for my variable spending in digital cash format. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like them. They're working. What I do is whenever I shop somewhere that I'm using the digital cash, I keep the receipt, and then as soon as I'm outside and I'm in the car, I sit down in the car, I keep a pen in my purse, and I just input the information from the receipt onto the sheet and track it in real time, which was exactly what I wanted to do, and I am actually following through and doing it. So I'm really happy about it. But now that these receipts are all tracked and taken care of, I don't really need to keep them. I just keep them so that in the moment when I'm sitting in the car, I have them. And if ever I have one that has multiple things on there, so like from categories, like that would most likely be groceries. If sometimes I buy, say, cat litter for Striker at the same time that I buy groceries, except the one time that I did that during this pay period, I had his cash envelope with me because I knew I had to buy stuff for him. So I actually just made 2 separate transactions and I put his stuff separate. So it was great. But so I've taken the receipts out of this envelope because otherwise it'll get too full. And I will put these back. Now, because I fold over the pages so that I'm not cutting them and wasting paper, I do have to put 3 in one direction and 3 the other to get them to fit into the envelope. And even then it can be a little bit of a struggle, but it's fine because they do actually fit and I think it's cute. So the cuteness factor alone makes me want to keep using it. And then Striker's, so his, there we go, his sheet. So he gets an additional $32.50 every paycheck, and I have to make the decision if I'm going to update it in cash form or digital, because I have his money in both formats. Because if I'm going to, say, Bosley's, which is the pet store that sells his food, they take cash, so I will pay cash. Kitty litter, I bought kitty litter from Superstore on the 12th, and I did it as a separate transaction from the rest of my groceries, and I paid with cash because I just wanted to get some of his money out of the bank account, just to keep it separate, to keep it a little bit safer from me accidentally spending it. I don't have great faith in my not accidentally spending money. So he gets money added April 24, a deposit of $32.50. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to consider the deposit as a digital one and keep it as digital money, upping the digital balance. And then I will pull out, you know, like an amount that's easy to pull out from a bank account that doesn't involve coins to top up the cash side of things. So I'm just going to put a D for digital. So if he is $94.50 right now for digital balance, so he now has $127 digital, and he should have $126.11 cash. So let's count the cash to make sure that I didn't mess up my math somewhere. 10, so 120. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a dime because we don't have pennies anymore. So it's right. I can't have 11 cents. It's not a possibility in Canadian actual cash currency, but that's okay because I know. So this is perfect. So I do have $126.10 in cash, and then there's going to be $127 digital for Striker. And at some point, I'm not rushed about it because he's got plenty sort of sitting in the digital and in the cash, but at some point I'll pull out some of the money from the bank account and turn it into cash for his cash side of the envelope, just because. Put that in there. Now his envelope I don't carry around with me all the time the way that I do with the one for the digital spending, this one, because there's no actual cash in here. So if this is in my purse and I lose it, the only thing I really lose is my tracking, which will be annoying but not damaging to my budget. This one, if something were to happen and I lost it, I'd be out a lot of money that I can't reimburse myself for. So this one, I keep at home, tucked away safe, because I don't really buy for him spontaneously. I know when I need to buy kitty litter or cat food, and it's part of my plans when I'm going out for the day that I'm going to be buying him stuff. So I know that I'll have to pull the envelope and bring it with me. And you know, one of the bonuses of having some of the money is digital is that if I do forget and I'm out shopping and I'm like, oh no, I need a litter and I didn't bring the envelope, I can purchase it using the digital side of his funds and it'll be fine. So that works. So these are the two. Something funny that I thought you might enjoy, if you watched my last digital cash envelope video where I was talking about, I pulled out the money in cash for the work parking envelope because the parkade still accepts cash for payment, and so I decided to turn that one into a cash envelope. Quite literally the day after I pulled out the money and funded the envelope with actual cash, I got an email from work informing that the parkade is going digital. So you need to have like this digital app thing and like a QR code, and I don't know how it works. I haven't been into the office yet since it's being integrated, but apparently you can still pay in cash if you really want to, but you have to pay with exact change. They will not provide change. So that doesn't really work for me. I don't think that'll work for most people, which is probably why they did it, because now people will just be all like, fine, whatever, I'll just pay digitally. So I'm gonna have to go and put that money back into the bank and then move it over to the digital cash envelope for the work parking and then start tracking it digitally, which is fine. It's a completely doable thing. It's just a little annoying because like the timing, they couldn't have sent that one day earlier and avoided me having to make extra trips. And I mean, I know the world does not revolve around me, but sometimes you'd like it to just a little bit, you know? Anyways, that little rant over. This is my cash envelope update. It's not very big. I mean, because they're digital, so most of them are just smushed into the one, but it's working out well for me. The process, the tracking of it. I do still need to go in to this book and I will update it with all of the things that are marked on these pages. So I'll be going and doing that just to sort of have a quick overview of everything in one spot. I know it's kind of duplicating the data, so kind of what's the point to it, but the only reason I do it is because I like it, and since it's me who has to do the work, I don't really see that it's a problem. So I'm gonna do that, then that will be complete, everything will be done, and yeah, new pay period. So let's keep going with all the things that we have planned. I hope you're, if you do cash budgeting, whether cash or digital cash or however you do it, I hope it's working out really well for you and that your tracking is working. I'm super excited about this because for once I feel like my tracking system actually worked efficiently and properly the way that I've been wanting it to. So I'm just going to keep on with it and, you know, keep going. We just got to keep going. Have a really great day, you guys. Stay safe out there. I hope everybody is well, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.